name is Uriel. I'm the co-founder of Orbs. We are a blockchain startup. First of all, I wanted to say thank you very much for the Honorable Mr. Park Monsoon for coming to visit Israel and giving us the opportunity to meet you together with this great delegation from Seoul, South Korea. I also wanted to say thank you for Yozma for helping us to arrange anything and again having this opportunity, and of course to all the honorable guests that came together. For the last year, every month I went to visit Seoul for 1 week to 10 days. Every month, 1 month after another, obviously because of business, because Seoul and South Korea is our primary market. But I also came back because I just really like the city. You don't go to a city every month again and again if you don't also like it and enjoy it and already love the food and love the shopping and also starting to make good friends there. So thank you very much also for having such a welcoming and fun city for young entrepreneurs to come and visit and also do business. I think that around the table there are many people here that help to build and structure Israel as a startup nation, from government, from industry, and maybe my personal story is a little bit the story of a young entrepreneurship that walked the path that was enabled for us due to this amazing startup nation. I started in the army. I was an officer in the Israeli army. And then I went to study in the Technion University of Israel. I studied computer science, which is like the MIT of Israel. And then I went to work in one of the biggest high-tech companies of Israel, Mellanox, which was recently acquired by NVIDIA, the second biggest exit of an Israeli company. Then I left to create my own startup company in the field of AI and deep learning. We started by trying to get help from the government and some government fundings. And then later we went to raise money from private angels, from the angels ecosystem in Tel Aviv. And then we managed to raise money from some Israeli VCs. And eventually we also went global and raised money from Alibaba. I also lived in Shanghai for several years to drive our business in China and in Asia. And eventually the company was sold to Alibaba, became the R&D center of Alibaba in Israel, focusing on AI and deep learning technologies. So I was really lucky to have all this infrastructure in Israel to support me along the way. After I finished my former company, Visualid, I started our new company, Orbs, in the blockchain space, together with my co-founders, my young brother Daniel, good friends from university, Talcol, and also family member, Neta. And the reason we decided to do another startup in blockchain was because we felt blockchain is going to change a fundamental concept in our world. And this fundamental concept is trust. Many people look at Bitcoin and Ethereum as cryptocurrencies, as a way to create and transfer money. But the real secret behind Bitcoin and Ethereum is that blockchain technology really created a new paradigm of trust in the world. Bitcoin, how can we create money without central entities like banks? How can we manage a ledger without banks? Ethereum, how can we run smart contracts and execute legal binding agreements automatically, autonomously, without human intervention? Blockchain is going to digitalize trust at scale, very similar to how the internet digitalized information at scale. And we at Orbs believe that trust is going to become a new dimension of competition for organization, for government, for companies. Maybe now the Seoul City government is trialing applications for voting over blockchain. In the future, I think this is going to be the standard of trust in the world. And so why are we coming again and again and again into Seoul, into South Korea? The reason is, if some people call Israel the startup nation, I call Seoul and South Korea the blockchain nation. The reason is because the level of education of blockchain technology is highest in the world. The level of commitment and involvement of governments and municipals like Seoul City, very high. Seoul, but also Busan and Jeju Island. All the biggest Korean conglomerates are doing blockchain. Kakao, KT, Samsung, NATO, all of them are building blockchain technologies. So the blockchain ecosystem and market in Korea South Korea is so interesting, and also a good match for a company like us that can bring good, deep technology in cybersecurity and in blockchain, and can enjoy this very flourishing blockchain market in South Korea. So we are very happy for the opportunity to visit Seoul City and do business with Seoul City in South Korea. We are looking forward to do much more, and we would like to present our knowledge in order to help in any way. We are technical advisors for the IBM Blockchain Accelerator and also for the Techstars Blockchain Accelerator, which is one of the biggest accelerators of the world. If Seoul is considering any blockchain accelerator, we would love to offer our support. If Seoul City is considering any blockchain projects, we would love also to offer our knowledge, how we can use blockchain technology to fundamentally change how people trust systems. And we also have a social impact foundation, non-profit foundation in Orbs, run by NETA, doing many interesting projects for social impact using blockchain technologies. This can also be a very interesting collaboration project as well. So again, I want to say thank you very much for the Honorable Mr. Park for coming to Israel, and also for this great delegation, Yozma Group, and everybody else. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Uriel. I'm now 100%